Hey there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault once again, and today I give you my quick update review of the 2017 newly launched color variants for the Yamaha FZ-S Fi or version 2.0, whatever you may choose to call it. The first gen Yamaha FZ was the savior that resurrected Yamaha back to life when everyone expected it to be dead and buried here in the Indian market. The first gen FZ introduced a proper macho and muscular street fighter to our market and was an instant blockbuster hit with the masses with its strong mid-range, super refined engine, macho road presence, a nice and wide 140 section rear tire, an affordable price tag, and to top it all off, the bulletproof reliability that comes as standard when the brand name reads Yamaha. Now, long story short, with ours being a mileage-hungry nation, version 2.0 had to come through to offer better efficiency and economy, which was the only area where the FZ was falling short. The change that came with the version 2.0 was not all that impressive on paper with the power and torque figures going down, but eventually the main aim of the upgrade was to improve the overall efficiency of the bike with the inclusion of fuel injection. Now, they did manage to achieve that without compromising the performance by reducing the weight of the bike to a mere 132 kgs. Now, this bike is faced with some intense competition with the likes of Gixxer and Hornet taking the market by storm. So, does the new FZ-S Fi 2017 still have what it takes to stay afloat with the intense storm brewing all around it? Let's find out. Well, first of all, looking at what's new here, the only thing new here are the new paint schemes introduced along with the new body graphics. With the new color schemes and body graphics, the bike does look fresh, but I personally think that the decals on the 2016 models were more attractive. Among these new color schemes, only the matte red and white colors were available at the showroom, so I have featured them for you guys here. Apart from these colors, we also have the cyan blue, the hurricane grey and the matte green color schemes. The matte finish on the red color variant is quite impressive, and even the white color looks quite attractive up front. Also, with fuel injection on board right from the beginning, the FZ version 2.0 was already BS4 compliant, so that continues to be the case for the year 2017 as well. The subtle changes to be noted in this 2017 model is the AHO or always headlamp on feature added with no light switch being given. This means the headlamp turns on the moment we start the bike. We, however, do get a switch to switch between high beam and low beam. Now, AHO is a good feature to have on board as it enhances your visibility to oncoming traffic during foggy and rainy conditions. Also, thankfully, the ugly looking rear tire hugger has been replaced with a new rear mudguard that now lends the bike a more pleasing look. As a result of this, the Sari Guard 2 is all new and does serve its purpose well. Also, the seat now gets a textured pattern such that the rider or the pillion do not slide down the seat when the rider applies the brakes. Well, that's it for the changes. Everything else like the engine capacity, power and torque figures, tank capacity, etc. remain the same as that of the preceding version 2.0 models. Now, those who would like to see me comparing this bike with its arch rivals like the Gixxer, the Hornet, the Avenger 150, the RTR 160, the Pulsar 150, etc. can watch my Battle Royale 150 to 160cc comparo videos part 1 as well as part 2 by following the links appearing on the screen currently. Now, engine specs wise, we get the same air-cooled 2-valve 149cc engine that puts out a max power of 13.2 PS at 8000 RPM and a max torque of 12.8 Newton meters at 6000 RPM. This comes mated to a 5-speed gearbox. I did take the bike out for a short test ride to check whether the ride feel has changed now. Though technically there are no significant changes, the bike did feel a lot more sprightly and swift off the mark. The refinement level too feels much better than the preceding models. I can say that with conviction because I had owned the FZ version 2.0 for a brief period of time. Also, there was a slight play noticeable in the headlamp setup of the preceding models with the headlamp being mounted on rubber mounts, which was really annoying. Thankfully, now the headlamp stays in its place while riding without wobbling all over the place. With the bike being ultra lightweight, it is easily flickable in city traffic and offers for a fatigue-free riding experience even after having to spend considerable amount of time wading through the congested city traffic. Now, this is one thing that falls immediately to the bike's favor. Another impressive fact about this bike is that despite it being ultra lightweight, it offers good stability and control at cruising speeds of around 80 to 90 km per hour, which is praiseworthy. The clutch feel is light, the throttle response is better now, and the gear shifts are smooth as usual. Talking about the brakes, we get a 267mm disc up front and 130mm drum brake at the back. The brakes are decent enough for a bike in this segment. Talking about the suspension, we get chunky 41mm telescopic front forks and a monocross suspension at the back. The setup is well tuned to offer good comfort at lower speeds and reasonably good stability at cruising speeds up to 90 km per hour. Talking about the wheels and tires, we get 17-inch wheels with tubeless tires. We get a 100/80 tire up front and a 140/60 radial tire at the back that offers superior road grip on wet as well as dry road surfaces. Now talking about other relevant specs, seat height is 790mm, which is perfectly set to appeal to shorter riders, average height riders as well as taller riders. Ground clearance is 160mm, which is more than sufficient on our Indian road conditions. Tank capacity is 12 liters, which I believe is pretty decent for a city-focused street fighter. Now looking at what special this bike has on offer, if you look around, this is the most affordable bike in the 150 to 160cc category to offer fuel injection. For those who aren't aware, fuel injection uses advanced sensors and actuators to calculate and deliver the optimum and precise amount of air-fuel mixture into the engine, thereby enhancing both performance as well as mileage, while also rendering the bike environment friendly. Now this comes courtesy of Yamaha's patented Blue Core technology featured on this bike. What works against this bike though is the slightly higher price tag compared to its rivals like Gixxer, Hornet, RTR 160 and Pulsar, etc. Still, the FZ-S version 2.0 justifies its slightly premium pricing by offering fuel injection technology which the others don't. Mileage wise, I personally used to get around 42 to 45 kmpl from my FZ-S version 2.0 in city conditions. And to help you extract the best mileage out of this bike, Yamaha have also given an eco mode riding indicator. Now the eco mode light comes on when you are riding in the right gear at the right speed. And to get the best possible mileage, you need to ensure that you ride with the eco mode light on always. Also, please feel free to watch my mileage tips video by following the link appearing on the screen currently. Price ex-showroom Hyderabad for the FZ-S version 2.0 2017 model is Rs 85,966 and you need to pay around 1,000 rupees more if you prefer to go with the matte green variant. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless and ride safe.